if you do not understand anything I said in this video, just know that it is for wealth creation. So if you have in mind of creating wealth for yourself, so once you think about buying land, don't think about buying and building house, just think about buying and buying more, because the wealth is in buying and buying more. If you're interested in investing in real estate and you're in Nigeria or outside of Nigeria, I want you to watch this video to the very end, because today I will be talking about understanding real estate, because so many people, they do not understand real estate as supposed to, or what it should be. To many people, they have different understanding, they have different mindsets about real estate. First of all, real estate is comprises of land and house. And one of the things I would like you to understand is that real estate is not just about buying land, neither house. It's not just about buying land and house. So the whole essence of real estate, or the whole idea of real estate, is to create wealth, and also for wealth retention. So real estate, the whole essence of real estate, number one, is to create wealth. So real estate is for wealth creation. It's not just about buying land, it's not just about buying house, but the purpose or the whole idea of real estate is for wealth creation and also wealth retention. Now, if you ever think of becoming wealthy or creating wealth for yourself, just have it in mind that real estate is what you should have in your mind as part of the thing you should add on while creating wealth. Well, the essence of this is this, because when you talk about real estate, like I said before, it's not just about land and house, because beyond buying land, there are other things you can do with land, which is part of the real estate, and there are other things beyond building house. There are other things you can do with house, beyond building house and beyond buying land. So if you ever think of creating wealth, know that real estate is something you must not take away from your pathway of building wealth. Now, I want you to know that 95% of what billionaire becomes very rich, and not just rich, becomes very wealthy through real estate investment. So what billionaires becomes very wealthy through real estate investment. Most of the time when people comes to me and to make inquiry about buying properties, and from looking at their purpose of buying and the idea of the idea about real estate, they just think that it's all about buying and building. No. Because most of these people, in the right sense of judgment, you see that most of them don't really have the money even to buy and start building immediately. And the reason why it is so is because they don't have clear understanding about what real estate entails. So it is all about wealth creation. So what I want you to understand from this video now is that real estate, number one, is for wealth creation and also wealth retention. So as someone who is still building life and you are looking at building wealth through real estate, what you should look for first is not a property that is buy and build. That is not a property that you just buy and build immediately. What you should be looking at for is a property that is strategically located in a good location. That is what you need, and such property should be between 1.5 million naira, 2.5 million naira, or 3 million naira, depending your budget, depending your financial capacity. So if you have in mind in building wealth through real estate, stop looking for buy and build, saying that you are not buying to build to live there. And most of you have in mind to leave the property for 5 years, 10 years. Meanwhile, actually, what is in your mind actually is you want to leave that place. Because most of the time when people come to me, they will be like, that place is far from where I'm doing business. No, it does not matter whether it is far from where you are living currently or whether it's close to where you are living currently. What you should consider is how genuine is the property, and how strategic is the property. Because if the property is genuine and is strategic in a good location, just know that you are good to go. Yes, just know that you are good to go. So have it in mind that the whole essence of real estate is not just for buying land. Yes, it's not just for buying land. And just know that there are only two things you can do with real estate. And number one of this is that you can create wealth. You can create wealth through real estate, and you can also own real estate. That is to own a house or a land. But where I want you to focus is beyond owning. Have it in mind to create wealth. to create wealth, because this is the whole essence of real estate. Now, you bought a land, 1.5 million naira, and you leave it for 5 years, depending how strategically you invested, depending the location and how strategic the location is. You leave it for 5 years or 10 years. In most locations, the property you bought for 1.5 million naira will be selling for 15 to 20 million. In some location 30 million, some location 50 million, and in some location you'll be selling it within that 5 to 10 years. You'll be selling that property for 120 million naira. And remember that your 1.5 million naira, you are not feeding the land, you are not doing anything on the land, so the land does not need anything to take care of it. Yes, once you invest in a strategic location, and of course investing with an estate that have integrity, an estate that have stability, an estate that will have capacity to give your property security. And this thing I just said now will be a video for another day, because it will need an explanation. So the whole essence of real estate, if you do not understand anything I said in this video, just know that it is for wealth creation. So if you have in mind of creating wealth for yourself, so once you think about buying land, don't think about buying and building house, just think about buying and buying more, because the wealth is in buying and buying more. Because imagine you just with 3 million naira, you have 2 plots of land, and you buy it in a very strategic location, and before you know it, you're having a good money for yourself within 5-10 years. All right, if you find this video interesting, and if you know this information has blessed you so well, comment on this video, share this video. And if you're interested in investing in real estate, just reach out to me by calling the number on your screen, and I will guide you through to make sure you invest strategically and also invest wisely. My name is Ekene Drichuku, the real estate consultant, the Land King of the Land King Properties Limited. See you again in my next video.